to recap, inshallah, let's just look at some of the exercises. Here it is. Rather, let's look at the actual the actual lesson Jim. So if you don't mind reading from here, that would be great. Jim هؤلاء إخوتي. Bismillah.
هؤلاء إخوتي وأولئك أصدقائي.
جيد.
من أولئك الرجال طوال.
بارك الله فيك. من أولئك الرجال الطوال. صحيح.
هم التبائي من أمريكا.
Okay, why do you want to give a kasra to the hamza?
I'm sorry. هم التباء من أمريكا.
So you've chosen the fatha this time. There has to be logic, right? There has to be a reason. Because at the beginning of the book.
Right the other way. The other way, I think it's right the other way, but I can't remember the rule. Sorry.
No, basically, I think what we're going to say is that the when there's nothing happening, then the default is dhamma. So when there's no harf jar, for example, there's no mudaf ilayh going on, then the default is going to be, there's no harf jar, there's no mudaf, the default will be dhamma. So the word, the damir hum, that's not going to affect atibba in any way. It's not going to give it a kasra or a fatha. It's not a verb and it's not mudaf. So I would just say hum atibba'u min America. Is that okay?
Yes. Hum atibba'u min America.
Yeah. Atibba'u. Because shut down the ba. Atibba'u.
Hum atibba'u min America.
Yeah. I think go quicker on the ta and slower on the ba. Atibba'u. So no shadda on the ta and a shadda on the ba. Atib.
Atibba'u.
No. So that shadda there that I'm pointing to, it looks like you're reading it on the ta. But in actual fact, the ta just simply has a quick kasra on it. Atib. Then that will...
Atibba'u. Okay, I got you.
Atibba'u.
Atibba'u.
Okay, with practice, inshallah, maybe when you hear the recording, I think you'll be able to hear the difference between what I'm saying and what you're saying. Is better, but still, I think you can. You'll hear the difference. That will help you improve, inshallah. That jazakallah khair. Should we go ahead? Man ulaika.
من أولئك النساء. من أولئك النساء.
Oh, well done. An-nisa. Oh, yeah, no reason to give it a kasra because there's nothing before it. No harf al-jar, no mudaf.
هن أمهات الطالبات.
Again.
أمهات الطالبات.
هن أمهات. I agree with you there. الطالبات. What happens there?
الطالبات. Two.
Was that dhamma or kasra? I didn't hear it.
I did give dhamma. Two.
Why would that be?
SubhanAllah.
Because this is actually look, if you look at this, let me ask the question here. Why does this word only have one dhamma, despite not having alif or lam?
Why wouldn't you have one dhamma?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say that, but I always get this thing mixed up. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just obviously we've been out of the class for a while now. It's been a couple of weeks. So, but yeah, being in it keeps us, keeps our ball joints greased, and keeps the thinking process flowing. So that's mudaf. So then, where's the mudaf ilayhi? Exactly. So then, what's happening to the ta? The original question. Ahsant. Barakallahu feek. You worked out for yourself. MashaAllah. Bismillah. Again, please. Okay. الطلاب. Yeah, these plurals, I think they appeared in the beginning of in Thalith Ashar, lesson 13, if I'm not mistaken, or in the one before it, lists and lists of plurals, and the tashkil is there for all of them, and it's essential that we just go back and to memorize and learn those. But again, what's happened to the ba and the word tullab? But this word here does not have alif or lam, and it only has one dhamma. So what would you say? The first word does not have alif or lam, but it has one dhamma, which will give us an indication that this is mudaf. So then the next one would be exactly mudaf ilayhi. Very similar meaning to the one previous. Look, ummahatu talibati, the mothers of the students, meaning the girls, the young girls, the female students. This one, aba'ut tullabi, the fathers of the boys, the male students. آباء الطلاب عند المدير. Okay? Is that okay, أخي الكريم? You okay with that? Bismillah.
أولئك النساء أولئك النساء.
The word ulaika is just like hada, hadihi, dhalika, tilka. So it doesn't actually have a bearing on the next word. I mean, it doesn't change it from dhamma to kasra or fatha. As we said right at the very, very first lesson, hada kitabun, hada masjidun. Yeah, the word, the ism ishara is there. It's not changing the word from dhamma. Yeah. خالاتك.
خالاتك.
Why do you want to put a kasra on the end of the word khalat?
خالات. خالات. هي خالاتك أو خالاتك؟
Ki sounds good because of Maryam. Ya Maryamu. So ki is probably correct there. And the ta, you've read it twice now. You've read it once with a dhamma and once with a kasra. So I have to ask you to choose one. Ahsant, barakallah. That's correct actually. Khalatuki. But I'm slightly concerned with the pronunciation here at the beginning. Let's go over that one again. Yeah, the first alif is going to be very, very short. Very short and snappy. أولئك. Ahsant. Again, please.
أولئك النساء.
Oh.
أولئك النساء خالات.
Barakallah feek. I think this is just an accent thing, the way that you're saying the alif. Though I would prefer it to be shorter, but saying just yeah. No. Yeah. أولئك. أولئك. طيب, let's, and the answer?
لا هن عماتي.
جيد. And what's the meaning of عماتي?
Uncle.
عمي is my uncle.
Oh, this is my aunt.
And عمتي is my aunt. But this is عماتي.
I thought it was aunt, so this goes right there.
So singular means aunt. But this is this singular?
No, this is my aunt.
Again, singular or plural?
This is plural.
No. Is ammatun right there for you? And the plural is with alif. Ammatun. Yeah? Ammatun and ammatun. And this one just they're adding the ta, the ya rather at the end. Yeah? So it becomes Ammati, my aunts. And this one here, this is a giveaway. Hunna. Did we go over the hunna before?
I think so.
Yeah, it's the mu'annath, it's the feminine of. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The feminine of whom? Barakallah feek. Bismillah.
Shall I give it a try and let you know?
Yeah, please do. Feel free. Such a polite way of saying, can I have a go? Allah Mubarak, mashallah, Bismillah. جيد.
هؤلاء الرجال فقراء وأولئك أغنياء.
أحسنت.
أولئك الطلاب ضعاف.
جيد.
من أولئك الرجال هم وزراء.
جزاك الله خيرا أحسنتما وبارك الله فيكما. طيب, let's go for the tamarin. I'd like to go to التمرين, the second one. Okay, we have done this before, so we'll just take let's just take one column. Let's say the odd numbers, for example, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and it says ذلك, تلك, and أولئك. Yeah, I think I got both of you on the mic. So let's say one for Abu Maymoon and one for Muzammil. Okay, go ahead, Abu Maymoon, you want to begin, أخي? It says أشر إلى الأسماء الآتية باسم إشارة للبعيد. So use one of these اسم أسماء الإشارة للبعيد, ذلك, تلك, or أولئك, correctly for these words. What will you say for طالب?
ذلك طالب.
جيد. صبر.
Okay. مدرسات. So it will be أولئك مدرسات.
جيد.
أولئك أمهات الطالبات.
أولئك is correct, but the last sound.
طالبات. Two or T?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's my question.
أمهات الطالبات.
Sahih, because as you said a few minutes ago, this is mudaf, and that's mudaf ilayhi.
That's right, I keep forgetting that.
No, that was just up there, a few lines back we read it, and after it was this one, آباء الطلاب. Okay, أولئك أمهات الطالبات. أحسنت بارك الله فيك. تفضل أخي مزمل.
That will be the فلاح. So no, that will be فلاح فلاحون. So ذلك فلاح.
أحسنت, that is مفرد. It's not جمع, it's not plural, it's singular. So ذلك فلاح. أحسنت. تفضل أخي.
ذلك صديقي.
جيد. ذلك صديقي. نعم. What's the جمع of صديق? Anyone remember?
No, I don't.
أصدقاء. صحيح. أصدقاء. Yeah. I think it's important to point out that now we are at the end of Dars al-Thalith Ashar and soon to move to Rabi Ashar, maybe today or tomorrow, inshallah. Henceforth, you will always need the plurals ready at hand. They will have to be there with you. So it's very important for all of the brothers listening to go over those previous lessons and to memorize those and to revisit those plurals, memorize them and have them ready, inshallah. Because as the lessons progress, you'll see that you'll need those more and more. Okay, and lastly, over here is Muzammil.
That would be تلك إخوتي.
And do you agree, Akhi Abu Maymoon?
I don't know if I would agree or I don't agree.
Okay, what do you think it should be?
Well, no, I think if it's ذلك إخوتي. But إخوتي is brother, isn't it? And,
What does ikhwati mean? Ikhwatun, is that singular or plural?
it's plural.
Yeah. So then?
Okay. أولئك إخوتي.
أحسنتم بارك الله فيكم. أولئك إخوتي. جيد. They want you to practice the.
Ustad, can you just clarify this? No, brother and sister, singular and plural, because I always tend to get confused.
Yeah, this is a word which is commonly mispronounced. So you have akhun, okay, and the plural of akhun is you have two plurals for it actually. One is ikhwatun, and the other one, exactly, ikhwanun.
Okay.
Both of those are the plural of akhun, and then that's brother, which means brother and brothers, and then you have mu'annath, the feminine, ukhtun.
So this is not ta marbuta, isn't it?
Yeah, so for ukhtun is ta maftuha, and for ikhwatun, yeah, actually, the reason you're probably maybe getting confused is because that waw has turned up, but if there was an alif there, and if this was a fatha, then it would be, the plural would be clear, it would be for feminine, it would be akhawatun. So, let's just change the colour there so I can get the tashkil clearly on it. Let's go for this colour here. So it is here, akhawatun.
Right, okay.
أخوات أخت أخوات جيد. So the word we have here is إخوتي. إخوتي. This is the مضاف, and مضاف إليه is the ياء. ياء متكلم ياء. إخوتي, my brothers. So إخوة is مضاف, and the ياء is مضاف إليه. And that's jam', so that's ulaika. Okay, so here we have, they were emphasizing in the Dars al-Rabi' Ashar, Thalith Ashar, how a number of plurals, by default, they will only have one dhamma. Hence you see in this tamreen, رقم 4, أصدقاء, فقراء, أغنياء. Yeah. So, at this stage, is the challenge of identifying mudaf and mudaf ilayhi is going to slightly increase, because what we were saying previously was, it only has one dhamma. Why does it only have one dhamma? The answer is going to be, even though there's no alif or lam, the answer would have been, because it's mudaf. But now by default, it only has one dhamma. So you have to work that much harder to recognize the meaning of the combination, to see, is it mudaf wa mudaf ilayhi, or is it na'atun wa man'utun, or something like that. Let's have a quick read of these. Go ahead, Akhili. Okay, let's take one each. Abu Maimun.
We're أصدقاء.
بارك الله فيك. مزمل.
أغنياء.
جيد.
أقوياء.
أحسنت.
أطباء.
جيد.
فقراء. زملاء.
بارك الله فيك.
وزراء.
جيد.
علماء. علماء.
أحسنتم. So, what's the meaning of, what's the mufrad of أغنياء? غني. And أقوياء.
قوي.
بارك الله فيكم. Abu Maimun, this is for you. فقراء. فقراء. So the mufrad. فقير. أحسنت. And زملاء. زميل. صحيح. وزراء. You got it? Yeah, if you notice, there's actually a pattern. Fa, Qaf, Ra. You put the Ya here, and it becomes Faqirun. Zai, Mim, and Lam. You put the Ya here, and it becomes Zamilun. After the second letter comes a Ya. Waw, Zai, and Ra. You put the Ya here after the second letter, and it becomes Wazirun.
Okay,
Wazirun. Which means? Minister. Ahsant. Minister. Sahih. Yeah. And there's the word which is well known. Ra'is. Ra'isul Wuzara'i. The head of the ministers. Ra'is means head. Wuzara'i means ministers. Ra'isul Wuzara'i. That is actually what the title for. Do you know what it is in English?
The head of ministers.
Yeah, but what's the official term for that? Like in the UK?
Director or something.
No. This is in government. Ministers only in government. So currently you have Theresa May in the UK.
Yeah, Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister. That is translated as Ra'isul Wuzara'i. Yeah. Or maybe in her case they'll say Ra'isatul Wuzara'i. But I don't think, I'm not sure if I've seen it. I've not seen it in actually read any newspapers in Arabic. But that will give us the title. Clearly they'll be talking about her as her role, and then you'll know whether it's Ra'is or Ra'isatul Wuzara.
Talking about that newspaper, Madeenah. I mean, I know that generally the Arabic and newspapers is sort of more advanced, but are you aware of any, Arabic news channels
Can you hear me, brothers? It seems my internet cut off for a minute or two. Just waiting for confirmation whether you can hear me or not. I'm not sure if my sound is going through. I certainly can't hear you, brothers. Okay. Let's just continue reading. Hopefully Mixler is up, inshallah, so I'll continue reading from there. Yeah, I think my connection dropped. And Abu Maymoon, you still have the mic. I'm going to take it off and give it again, inshallah, second time. Oh, it seems to be back up. Yeah, your sound is not coming through for some reason. Audio quality is poor, that's what my thing is saying. Alright. So yeah, definitely it seems like the issue is my end. So here you have some helpful charts at the end of الدرس الثالث عشر. أسماء الإشارة للبعيد and أسماء الإشارة أسماء الإشارة للبعيد. Then it says المفرد singular, الجمع plural, and this side it says المذكر, which is masculine, and المؤنث feminine. So مفرد مذكر ذلك. Example, ذلك طالب. مفرد مؤنث تلك. Example, تلك طالبة. So we're using the word talib as the example, and the mu'annath of talib is talibatun, and then go to jam' mudhakkar ulaika. Example, ulaika tullabun. And jam' mu'annath feminine plural also ulaika. Ulaika طالبات. أولئك طالبات. So one thing that was noticed in this lesson was that أولئك is used for both مذكر and for mu'annath. Same as هؤلاء. So أولئك طلاب and also أولئك طالبات. Indeed. The second thing that they were teaching us in this class, in this درس الثالث عشر, was the plural of the verbs in the past tense. ذهب Muhammadun ذهب, he went. That's for singular, one person. But Muhammadun wa Hamidun wa Aliyun, what do? ذهبوا. So what's happened? The only thing they've done is they have changed the end there. You add the waw and the alif at the end, and this fatha which used to be there becomes a dhamma. Dhahabu. That's actually what's happened at the end of this word over here. It used to be dhahaba, it became dhahabu, just with that small change. Fatha changed to dhamma and added waw alif at the end. And that is for plural. It refers to Muhammadun wa Hamidun wa Aliyun. جيد. Okay. Muhammadun ذهبوا And that refers to these three. And when you come to mu'annath, we learned previously that you say dhahabat. Muhammadun dhahabat. محمد عفوا مريم ذهبت. مريم وآمنة وفاطمة ذهبن. ذهبن ذهبن. So the difference in the difference with the singular here, mu'annath, which is dhahabat, and the plural, jam'. This one is dhahabat, and this one is dhahabna. So that fatha changed to a sukoon, and instead of the ta, a noon was added with a fatha, dhahabna. And this is different to dhahabna. You have to be careful because people get confused with dhahabna and dhahabna. Dhahabna refers to Maryamu wa Aminatu wa Fatimatu. They went. A group of females. Whereas if this had an alif at the end of it, dhahabna, that means we went. We went. Dhahabna, we went. Jayed. So yeah, I think since my connection dropped, I've come back, and you guys, you can hear me, but I can't hear any of you guys. So your sound is not coming through for some reason. So I'm just it's one-way traffic at the moment, and on that basis, I wouldn't like to start Dars al-Rabi' Ashar. We just go over these al-Kalimat al-Jadida. Okay, you can hear already. Yeah, Abu Maymoon. So nothing's happening on my side, no sound. Your question about what if the fa'il comes in the beginning is correct. It's a good question, and it shows that you have got background on this issue. The verb will actually come out singular. The verb will actually come out singular. But I think we'll leave that, inshallah, rather than bringing confusion. That can confuse. It comes in Dars Kitab al-Thani, I think, if I'm not mistaken. جيد. So نعم بارك الله فيك. So الكلمات الجديدة ضعيف and ضعيفة. الجمع ضعاف. It's the same for masculine and feminine. And then here's these new words that we already looked at. أم أمهات. أب آباء. Two dhammas. آباء. قوي أقوياء. One dhamma. عالم علماء. Though, as we said before, technically, it would actually be alimun, because look at the words, following the word patterns. But the word alimun is not actually used. It's not in use. But if you were to follow the word pattern, wazirun, faqirun, qawiyun, alimun. But the word alimun is not being used by the Arabs to refer to an individual of knowledge, they say alimun. So that's why that is the mufrad. That's the official mufrad of the Arabs, of ulama'u. طيب يا أخي, I think we'll stop there inshallah. Barakallahu feekum, jazakumullah khairan, inshallah. And tomorrow we'll continue and we'll start with الدرس الرابع عشر. والله أعلم وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.